Colonel Saidullah Madaminov, the former chief of the Uzbekistan Air and Air Defense Forces. My dad visiting me in Australia. Great, ladies and gentlemen, we are in Brisbane. Today is the 22nd of the 11th of 22nd, so 22/11/22, November 2022. I'm gonna go to the airport, pick up my dad. He's coming up soon. You know, he's on his way. So he had a really interesting flight. He had to go from bloody Moscow to Thailand, Bangkok. He had to stay there for 3 days because there's not much available. And then he had to catch another flight from Bangkok to Taiwan. So he was in Taiwan, just stopping over there quickly. And from Taiwan, it was probably like a 10-hour stopover. Just stop there, you know, stay at the lounge, or I don't know what he did. But anyway, he's catching another flight from Taiwan to Brisbane now. He's on the way to Brisbane on a Taiwanese airline. And he'll be landing shortly. So I'm going to go to the airport, pick him up soon. In the meantime, I got to go to the shopping center, buy some shopping stuff. See how that goes, you know. So here we are now. We're going to Woolies. Ooh, there'll be a lot of stuff that Dad never tried, you know. And by the way, we'll be speaking 2 languages, English, because I got to teach my dad English. He always wanted to learn English, and I think this is his best opportunity, being in a country, you know, English-speaking country, plus having his son, who genetically we're very similar, you know what I mean? So I think he'll pick up the English very quickly. Yeah, so I'm at shopping now, and there'll be a lot of things that my dad haven't tried yet, and he'll be, you know, like for instance, Vegemite. The peanut butter at home is not as popular as it is in Australia. Lamington fingers. A lot of stuff. And, Weet-Bix. Weet-Bix, mate. Oh my God, we're gonna have this Weet-Bix. I love Weet-Bix. And fruits, so many fruits that, you know, just non-existent pretty much from where we're from. I mean, mangoes are, I never had mangoes in my life until I moved to Australia. So I've had my first mangoes here, and there's a funny story about it. I'll tell you later, but yeah, mangoes, like lychees, you know, dragon fruit, many other things. Like all these different types of melons, you know, so whew, very excited. So many types of bread. My favorite one is the Turkish. So many different types of meat, the varieties. Oh my goodness, Dad will be happy, you know. For instance, we got a kangaroo meat. Look at all that cheese. Oh my God, Dad will be so happy. And don't even get me started on this stuff. Oh my God, Dad would love it all. Tobacco shop. Dad is a bit of a smoker, but I don't think he'll be smoking that much here. Because I told him, Australia's got the most expensive bloody cigarettes in the world. So I'm really excited, my friends, because, you know, my dad, obviously haven't seen him 10 years, been living in Australia. And it's just been like, that was a lack of a person in my life, you know, and that was my dad. It's always been my dad, you know, in my life, who's been that person, you know.
So I miss my dad so much. Anyways, I got to the airport and finally reconnected with the old man himself. It's been nearly 4 years since we've seen each other last time, mainly because of COVID, so I've missed him so much. Here we are now. Yes, we're reconnected.
Brisbane shahrida maza qilib o'tiramiz. Qancha beri? Qorong'i tushdi. Amal yaxshi olingiz, yo'lda kasal qolibsiz?
Yo'q, yaxshi.
Yaxshi olingiz. Молодец.
Men o'g'lim hech semirmadi.
Semirmaydimi shu? Semirish kerak. O'zi shunaqa paroda ekanmiz-da biz endi semirmaydigan. Mana shu bizaniki o'tiramiz. Ketdik. Where is my car? This is my car. Dad recognized it straight up. Let's get into it. It's on the left side. Mana buzilgan, ko'ringiz bu ham buzilgan. Mana kiradi, bo'lib kirdi. Buzilgan bu ham. Kim bunday bossa chiqadi. Buzilgan. Men bos. Ham ko'p narsa buzilgan mashina ichida to'g'irlash kerak. What do you think, Dad? Dad just arrived. He's never seen Australian cigarette prices. Look at that.
Давай самых дешевых, он-то самый дешевый.
Eng arzoni. Which one is the cheapest, bro? Shu xullas sigaret nech pul ekan? $31. Eng arzon sigaret mana shu magazin ichida $31. Dunyodagi eng qimmat sigaret Avstraliyada.
Chekish tashash
kerak. Dad got me some stuff from Uzbekistan. Check this out. Got all this stuff.
So Dad got me heaps of stuff from Uzbekistan. Yeah, I must also mention that we're Uzbeks from the land which is modern-day Republic of Uzbekistan, which is one of the former Soviet republics located in Central Asia. Dad has spent most of his life in aviation, both in civil and military. As a matter of fact, Dad is the former chief of the Uzbek Air and Air Defense Forces. In his younghood, he spent serving all around the former Soviet sphere of influence from Siberia to East Germany and Turkestan. So yeah, he definitely speaks Russian, I can tell you that much, and Uzbek, and will be trying to speak English in Australia. So when Dad arrived, he jet-lagged and fell a bit crook from a long trip. So he had to chill for the first few weeks, and only after a few weeks we could organize our first trip, which was to Kalandra and the southern Sunshine Coast region.
So it's the 8th of December right now. It's been about 2 weeks since Dad arrived, and we haven't had a chance. We haven't had a chance to go out yet because I've been busy. Dad's been busy. Dad's been sick actually. He's been a bit sicky, bit of a sickie. And so here we are now. We're going to Sunny Coast. This is going to be his first trip. We haven't even explored Brisbane that much yet, but this is going to be our first trip. We're going to go to Sunny Coast, me and my dad. I finished my work. It's Thursday. Normally I work till Friday, but I got a day off tomorrow. So we can have a longer weekend in bloody Sunny Coast, Sunshine Coast, to be more precise, the southern Sunny Coast. So we're heading up to the southern part of the Sunshine Coast, which is Kalandra, Karamundi, Pelican Waters, all those kind of areas. So it should be fun, looking forward. And I'm gonna go home right now. We're gonna pack up, we're gonna go there tonight, and then we're gonna go to bed. And then tomorrow morning we're gonna wake up, hopefully, I'm not sure, we'll see how we go, but probably gonna spend some time exploring things. You know, seeing what's up, seeing what things are around and stuff, and places to visit. And both of us were pretty good at geography. You know, I'm actually a qualified geographer. There you go. So, and Dad is the reason I fell in love with geography when I was a kid. So we're gonna explore things to visit. We're gonna do that tomorrow morning because it's getting late here in Brizzy. We just gotta get out of Brizzy. And the other reason why I did that now is because on Friday there's a lot of traffic at this time, you know, because you know, obviously a lot of people live in Brisbane. When they finish their work on Friday, everyone wants to get out of here. People go either to Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast, and it's the traffic is absolute horrendous. So that's why Thursday, which is tonight, is a good day to go. That's it. We'll see how we go. Hey, go on, Dad. Good to see you. As always, in undies.
I also.
Dad style, in undies. Undie man. Anyway, what's happening now? We're hitting it? We're going to Sunny Coast. Let's have some food, dinner.
Food, dinner in here.
Yeah, we'll have it here, yeah. And then we're gonna go because I'm getting tired a little bit. So, yeah.
No, hurry up.
No hurry? Yeah, hurry. Maybe we need to hurry a little bit, Dad. It's the opposite. Someone's ringing you, by the way. I was just standing on the street just then and talking to a dude, and then all of a sudden my hand is so itchy, right? And then there's a bloody mozzie bite right here. The bloody hate mozzies. The bloody mozzies, they just bit me. Like, these freaking mozzies, they love me. Like, my goodness, so painful now. That's what mozzies in Australia do to you if you got a yum yum delicious, you know, blood for them. And apparently that's what I am. I've got a yum yum delicious blood for them, you know. So did you have a good day?
Good day.
Well, what did you do? What you been up to?
Today I study.
You studied, yeah? You looked up the...
And
yep.
I read in English Wikipedia.
Right. For Sunshine.
About Southern Sunshine.
About Southern Sunshine Coast, yeah. That's where we're heading up? Kalandra, Karamundi?
All beach.
Yeah.
Kalandra.
Kalandra, yep.
Kalandra.
Yeah. Pelican Waters.
And
Karamundi. Coast, yep.
Coastline.
Coastline, yeah, the coastline, yep. Did you look up the places? Any good places to visit?
Yes, and
history?
History.
Did you have a look at the history? Yep.
Geography.
Wow, sounds like...
River and
yeah.
creek.
And the creek, river, yeah.
Creek,
It's the same thing, similar thing, river, creek.
Small river.
Small river is a creek, yeah, exactly.
And the island.
Are there any islands there? There's a few islands there, I think.
Yes.
Are there? Okay.
3 islands.
3 islands. Inland, inside. They're like inland islands. They're inside.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not off the coast. Okay. Cool. Sounds like you can tell me. All right. And you cooked up a very delicious dinner. Okay. 2468. Bogan don't wait. You're a magician, Dad. You know how to cook. Well, that's what I'm saying, Dad. Tonight there's no traffic, but Sunday, yeah, you're right. On the way back from Sunshine Coast, there will be a traffic. Well, we'll see how we go, you know. Maybe we can try and come back a bit earlier. Maybe in the...
No, yeah.
We'll see how we go. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll be controlling.
After afternoon.
In the afternoon or something, maybe we come back a bit early. Yeah, we'll see how we go.
No evening, afternoon.
Yeah. Because remember, I got to get back to my work on Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really important. But no, it should be fun. And how do you feel? You feel much better? You're good now? All good? You're not sick?
Yes.
You're not ill?
Yeah, no, not sick, not sick. You're good.
Nice,
I'm good.
You're good now? Okay, nice. So Dad, you good to go?
Yes.
We're good to go, right? So we got everything. Look at us. We got so many bags. But we should be good to go for a Sunshine Coast trip over the weekend. Yeah. We were set to go. We picked up everything. As soon as I was about to hit the road, I realized I forgot something. And I told my dad, wait 1 second, I forgot something. And what did I forget? A mozzie repellent. I'm not bloody going anywhere without a mozzie repellent because mozzies love me and I hate them. So mozzie repellent,
Yes.
we're safe. Sunny Coast, here we come.
It's about an hour drive, but took us hour and a half due to some roadworks on the way. But we finally arrived at a place where we're staying in Karamandi.
So Dad and I, here we are, we arrived in Sunny Coast. Dad will be sleeping on this big bed. I can have the other big bed in the other room. What do you think, Dad? What do you think? Good?
Yeah,
Good,
very
Brent?
good, very
Yeah,
good,
happy.
yes.
So the plan for tomorrow is very easy. We're gonna wake up, we're gonna get up at any time. It's 10:30 right now, we're going to bed. We're gonna get up at whatever, like 8 o'clock or something, 8 or 9. We're just gonna sleep, no worries, no alarm. And then we're gonna make a bit of a research. I've got my laptop, I got everything. We're gonna make a bit of a research. We'll see the places to see, to go around, to check out. And then we're gonna have a brekkie, obviously, here, breakfast, right? Breakfast, have a shower, and then we're gonna go. We're just gonna go tomorrow. So yeah, we're just going to bed. Do you have anything to say? Do you want to say something?
Good night to you.
Good night to me. Good night to you too.
Okay.
Peace, Dad. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. We're gonna explore Kalandra. Here we are now, ladies and gentlemen. Next day in the morning, we woke up, me and my dad. Good morning, Dad.
Good morning.
We woke up. What did we do? We had a breakfast. We woke up.
Yes, we have breakfast today.
We already had a yep. What else we did? We had a breakfast. We had a shower.
Yes.
We're ready to go. Now we've got a laptop. We've got a pen and pencil, marker, I should say. Paper and a marker, and then we're gonna make a list of, roughly places where we're gonna go and visit in Kalandra. So looks like there's an air museum, so we're gonna put that on the list. So put on the list, Queensland Air Museum. That's located in Kalandra. Looks like there's a small airport, which we're gonna go and visit. And as you know, Dad is a bit of a chief of the Air Force, so he likes Air Force, so he likes planes. So we're gonna go and see those planes. The weather looks a bit uncertain because it was actually rain this morning a little bit, and this is not actually a really good sign for Kalandra, because we came to Sunny Coast, and Sunny Coast is supposed to be Sunny Coast, and it doesn't look that sunny today for some reason, so we'll see how we go with that. So yeah, Dad is writing things. Oops, it's a bit windy. So we checked the weather forecast. It says it's cloudy today, it's raining tomorrow, and it's cloudy on Sunday, so we're a bit unlucky in terms of weather. But remember, this is like the southern part of the Sunny Coast, Kalandra area, Karamandi. We're visiting this time, Pelican Waters, a couple of beaches. So we're going to come back to Sunny Coast next time again to go and see Mooloolaba, other parts of Sunny Coast, Noosa. So yeah, we might not swim this time, but we'll see how we go. You never know. The other thing we're going to do, we're going to check out the beaches. There's a lot of beaches in Kalandra. There's a Shelley Beach, Kings Beach, Moffat Beach, Dickey Beach, Golden Beach. I'm not sure if we'll make it there, but we're going to check them out. Yeah, we'll just see how we go. So Dad just says that apparently he hasn't seen a kangaroo in Australia. You haven't seen kangaroo yet? You've been here like 2 weeks and you haven't seen a kangaroo?
Yes.
Well,
It's okay.
they're like pests in Australia, more or less. There's so many of them everywhere. Kangaroos everywhere. In Brisbane, we're gonna see some kangaroos. There's a place called Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary in Brisbane. There's one place. Yeah, we're gonna go there. We're gonna see kangaroos there. When we're back in Brisbane, maybe next weekend or some other time. Also, koala. You can take a photo with koala there.
first thing first, aviation comes first for Dad. So straight up we went to our first destination, which was the Queensland Air Museum at Caloundra Airport. I've heard a lot about this place, but never been there myself yet, so expectations were high.
Dad is like, I know this plane, it's a Hunter. He goes, it's a Hunter, it's a British plane.
This plane is my young when I young.
When you were young.
Youngest.
Yeah.
I fly in.
Did you fly these planes?
Sukhoi
Yeah.
7.
Su-7, yep.
Sukhoi 7. I played.
Yeah.
I fly.
Yep.
Hunter with us. Hunter is us aim.
Yeah. Hunter was your, like the opponent, the enemy opponent. During the practice exercises, because he was back in the Soviet Union, so this Hunter plane was their target, the British Hunter plane. That's why Dad straight up, as soon as they write, he's like, boom, this is Hunter, he knew this plane straight up. So we're gonna get in, we're gonna check out all the planes and stuff, and I guarantee Dad would know most of the planes. Anyway, welcome to the Queensland Air Museum, Dad.
Okay.
Let's go.
Come.
So we went in, some receptionist fellow gave Dad a bit of a random info.
Americans when Dutch for half years here, and then handed back to the Dutch, and later on sold to New South Wales Airlines. You'll actually see it's been resprayed, and it's getting a fresh coat of paint in the New South Wales Airlines livery. Okay. Other aircraft not. In the corner here we've got a Ventura bomber, so have a look through there.
And then we went on checking out some good planes, starting off with F-111, which is a retired supersonic medium-range combat aircraft, previously used as the main combat aircraft by the Royal Australian Air Force, retired in 2007 and got replaced by FA-18 Super Hornets.
Sukhoi 24.
Yeah.
Tanks, external tanks, 3,000.
So the
3,002 tanks.
both, each or both?
Both 6.
Okay, so SCU-24 has a bigger fuel tanks, external fuel tanks.
Each tanks
Is 3,000.
3,000.
Okay, so SCU-24 has got more larger external fuel tanks than F-111. Interesting. So is this the plane that the American used to bomb the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, B-29? Is that right? Which aircraft have you flown?
MiG-15.
That one, MiG-15. You've flown that plane, Dad. Awesome. So this American F-86 Sabre
Equivalent.
is the equivalent of the MiG-15, which Dad has flown. Awesome. What's that?
A few moments later, we found the actual MiG-15 on display at the museum. And Dad goes on with endless amount of information about it and things he's gone through on it.
Is this? Which country's flag is this at the back?
Poland.
Poland. Okay, so they must have purchased it off Poland.
This is
Interesting.
very good plane.
Very good plane, sure.
Very good plane.
No propeller? Hasn't got a propeller?
This is turbo shaft.
Turbo shaft.
One turbo
Yeah,
shaft engine.
Interesting. Alright.
2 crew member.
2 crews.
Behind instructor.
Ah, so instructor at the back and the front is the pilot.
In front is a study pilot.
Trainee, yeah.
Right. I flight this plane
Yeah.
in three course. In,
Three, yeah.
in my school.
Yeah, year three of your
year
pilot
three in
school.
my
Yeah.
Pilot school.
You flew this plane.
After pilot school,
Yeah.
I fly this plane
Yeah.
2 years.
Ah,
19
80s or something.
78 from 1978
1978, yep.
to 1980.
1980, okay.
Uh-huh.
So you flew this plane at the year 3 of your pilot school, and then after you graduated from your pilot school, you kept flying it for another 2 years, from 1978 to 1980. Really interesting, MiG-15. It's the bloody MiG-15 that, the big boy right here, bit of a chief of the Air Force, a bit of a colonel. Personally flew back in the days for the USSR, because he's a bit of a communist back in the days. The gun.
Small gun.
A small gun. Okay, this is a small gun.
This plane is for study.
This is the study plane. And what's
Very
this?
good.
What's this little thing? Is it a camera?
This camera for photo checking. Photo checking.
Aiming.
And stress and one pilot the button
Mhm.
and
So you press the button and then boom, boom, boom.
and одновременно
At the same time.
photo control
Yeah.
photo checking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah. So there's a screen inside. So they use this little camera to aim, and then they shoot this little gun.
This is this
The atmospheric pressure, the pressure.
and no and chassis.
Oh, the
Chassis,
undercarriage. Yeah.
One
Undercarriage. Yep.
carriage. This talking. Chassis.
Ah, gotcha. So
And,
right. Yeah.
Crew,
You look at it. You check.
look
Check.
at,
You check.
check.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Right, and it,
Yeah. Okay. So I see. So this little pin, basically what it does, because if you're sitting there as a pilot, and then when it's down, that's when the undercarriage is up, right? So when it's up, undercarriage is down. So it's just like a visual indication for the pilots, when they're sitting there, when they look at it. If this thing is up, that means the undercarriage is down. If this thing is down, the undercarriage is up. So it's just for them to know whether the undercarriage is actually up or down. And same on both wings. There's one on this side and one on the other side. Is an indicator for the undercarriage on both sides. Interesting.
This tanks.
This is a fuel tank.
415 liters.
450 liters, 415 liters tanks. Yeah, right. Okay. Cool. And what's this? What's this little thing? What's this?
This antenna for communication.
It's inside
With
the ground.
dispatcher on the ground.
Yep.
This ground.
Air traffic control.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This plane have two radio stations.
Radio
And,
stations, yeah.
First station antenna this
Yeah.
and второй.
The other one, the second one,
And the second one antenna is
is at the back. Is it?
Is
It's probably at the back. Oh, okay. So it's a wire. The second one is wire. Yeah.
From this to
To the back.
вот так.
Mm.
One antenna this, two antenna this.
Oh, interesting. That interesting.
This
The
very
strobe lights, and this is the jet nozzle.
This is thermos. Thermos.
Ah, so when you're landing, this thing opens up and it air brakes.
Air brakes.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Это
So you press the button and then slows.
убираешь. And раз.
Nice. Okay, interesting. Okay, so and same on this side. Obviously, you got the air brakes. This is a pirotube,
Not remember.
air pressure or something like this. Yeah. Okay.
For
Some sort of a measuring thing.
for speed,
Yeah.
for height.
Yeah. Dad is loving this plane. Look at him. That was one of his younghood, I guess. The student times planes. MiG-15. It actually is Polish because these things that are written here, whatever it's written, but it's in Polish. So does this plane have rockets, like missiles?
Yes.
You can put missiles on the side.
This
Remove?
tanks,
Get rid of it.
remove,
Yeah.
and two bombs.
You can put a bomb there inside.
This plane has other tanks, 515 liters or 300.
Smaller.
Smaller.
Yeah, you can change the fuel tanks, make it smaller.
Or other tanks smoke.
Yeah.
And 2 bombs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 2 bombs. This is study plane.
Trainer, yeah, like a
One
training
small
plane.
gun,
Yeah, one small gun,
one, 2 small.
two small
bombs.
rocket. Okay, so yeah, okay. So they mainly use this plane for like
But
training.
This plane very good planes for study.
Okay.
For turboshaft engine plane.
Okay. Gotcha. Did you fly this plane?
In Azov Sea, in Krasnodar region, Stavropol region, Rostov region. And after my school,
Yeah.
higher school, I fly in this plane.
Yeah, you flew on this plane?
Siberia, in Chita region.
In the Chita region in
Uh-huh.
Siberia, yeah.
Mongolian and
Mongolia.
China border.
The border with China.
Border with China,
Yeah.
border with Mongolian.
Yeah, right, okay.
And
Hmm.
We fly in Siberian, in Chita region,
Yeah.
border China, border
Mongolia.
and, Mongolian.
Yeah.
I fly in Sukhoi 17. Plane.
SU-17, yeah, yep, you flew
plane.
SU-17, yep.
We fly 2 works Sukhoi 17
Yeah,
and 1 or 2 days in this plane.
yeah,
In this plane with instructor.
with instructor, okay.
Instructor sitting back.
Instructor sits at the back, yep, and you're in the front.
I am sitting in front.
Yep,
When with and we plane with fly
yeah.
with blanket.
So blind, like blind, yeah, like it was,
Blind.
the whole thing was shut.
With after.
So you couldn't see outside. So the instructor could see outside, you couldn't see outside. You were sitting inside, and you had like blinds, like, you know, curtains. It was shut. You couldn't see
with
outside.
Control with blank.
So the instructor had the control. He pushes the control, shuts everything, puts down the
After-
curtains. You can't see outside,
after
and you still fly.
starting,
Yeah,
After start,
instrumental flying. Yeah,
after starting,
yeah,
and 100 meter chassis on, control,
yeah.
and after instructor closing
So
plane.
you take off after like 100 meters. You put the undercarriage up, and then the instructor presses the button and shuts everything.
And 1 hour I flying with take simulator in
Yeah, 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 yeah. So if 1 hour you fly without seeing what's outside, instructor can see outside. Yep.
instructor whoa, whoa, whoa.
He yells at you. Yeah.
Flying.
Yeah.
And with landing.
Yeah, yeah.
And to landing,
Yeah.
instrumental.
So you just fly only relying on the instruments.
And I wide height 50 or 50 meters.
The altitude. Yep. Yep.
Instructor
So just before the landing.
before the landing, instructor open
Yeah.
this plane
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and I see
The runway. Yeah. 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 So apparently Dad says they did that only because in Siberia they didn't have any simulators. So that was the only way to do a simulation training, by actually flying in real life with the instructor, and he puts down the curtain so you can't see anything, but you're actually flying the real plane in the skies, you know. And yeah, interesting, hardcore, you know.
we train
Train. Yeah, you train.
train after each 5 minutes.
Mm.
First, each next first from before, после.
After.
After 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Next. After 5 minutes. Next.
Yeah.
One marшрут.
Road.
Road.
Yeah.
One road. All one
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
This. This landing.
Yeah.
One road.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 plane,
Yeah.
20 instructor,
Yeah.
20 study pilot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
One row.
One road. Yeah.
And
There's a helicopter just landing there. I think it's at the back. Oh yeah, there we go. I think we just missed it. No, that was a helicopter just landing at the back there. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool because this is the Kalandra Airport actually. Here, not far from here.
Really nice fighter pilot stories that. The Soviet Air Force sounds very hardcore, but interesting in any case. We also saw a weird agriculture plane, Transavia PL-12. What a weird looking plane, I said, and Dad agreed.
Is it agricultural? So that's it's built for the agricultural purpose apparently. This plane. What a tiny little thing, eh, Dad? Even Dad was surprised. He's like, "Whoa, what is this little weird-looking thing?" As you can see, he's still walking around. He's like, "What is this thing?" He cannot believe there's such little things. I mean, weird planes. They've always amazed my dad. You know what I mean? So Dad is amazed by this tiny little thing.
cabin for 2 passengers.
So 2 passengers can actually sit at the back. 2 tiny little seats for 2 passengers, which is tiny, which is like really small.
This one is half meter. Very small base.
Dad reckons it's hard to control this plane.
This
So
base is very good.
which base?
On.
So that one, as opposed to this one, is much easier. This plane is like really hard to control because it's so small. It's so small. It'll be hard to control this plane, right? Very unstable.
Rush. 20. 10.
There was also a Bristol Bloodhound rocket on display, which was a British-produced ramjet surface-to-air missile, which was used by the Royal Australian Air Force back in the days. Dad briefly attempted to explain how ramjet works.
Drop it.
So what's that?
Drop it. Four rockets. Dropping. And two turbo shaft engine.
Turbo shaft, yeah.
Turbo shaft with up and down turbo shaft engine working, and with 2 wings
Yeah.
and 2 turbo shaft engine
Yeah.
coming to 8.
So basically when it takes off, these 2,
After stop,
they separate.
four rocket engine is,
Separate.
drop
Yeah, separate.
separate.
Yeah. And then the rest just keeps going.
Dad also likes Cessna 402 plane for some reason as well.
Very good plane. You like this one as well? Cessna 402A. Why do you like this plane, Dad?
This plane flight now.
They still fly it. They still use it.
flies,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
using it now.
All right.
Very good plane.
Very good plane. Yeah, right. Okay.
But,
Cessna 402. Yeah.
This plane cost maybe 400, $500,000.
Really?
now.
So this plane is $500,000. Yeah, right. Interesting.
Cessna.
300 horsepower.
This is classical
Classic plane.
plane.
Winju A85-410, the first training aircraft that was designed and mass-produced in Australia. Winju is Aboriginal for young eagle.
Yeah, so this is apparently the first Australian plane that was mass produced, built in Australia.
Good plane.
Good plane, you reckon? Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's aerodynamics very good.
Aerodynamics are pretty good, yep.
Very good.
Good aerodynamics, pretty good, no worries. Alright.
Of course, the Royal Flying Doctor Service plane was there as well.
They have a famous Royal Flying Doctor Service, so they have bases all around Australia and then they rescue people when they need in remote areas. So looks like this is one of their planes,
This plane,
which hasn't got a propeller.
This plane is repair, yes?
I'm not sure. Looks like it's been sitting there for a while.
Piaggio P116, an Italian built plane which was used as an executive transport which had propellers facing the opposite way.
All engine in all plane. Air. No? This plane. Oh, air.
Ah, okay, got you. So it's the opposite. Like all the planes, they've got kind of engines that push the air forward, and this one is the other way.
This.
So this one's actually, this is the plane that's got a propeller at the back of it. Actually haven't seen many planes like that. Speaking of planes, there's actually a real one flying there, right there. Yeah. Dad wants to have a look what's inside of it. Anything interesting?
There was also a very classic looking 1950s French built Max Holster MH1521 Brissot plane as well. We saw the legendary Spitfire which looked like it was being repaired.
Good, very good.
Very good plane, reckons Dad, but you know, it's obviously
In World War
two. Yeah, World War II.
War II.
It's a British
Good British.
Spitfire, yeah. It looks like there's not much of it left there. Must have been shot down by the Luftwaffe.
Luftwaffe flight in London.
Yeah.
A lot of Spitfire air war.
Yeah. So when Luftwaffe was bombing London, Spitfires were protecting London.
Spitfire is air defense.
They were air defense. They were defense against the Nazi Germany's, Air Force during World War II. Good plane. Yeah.
Lockheed AP-3C Orion is the largest plane on display at Queensland Air Museum, which is still actively being used by the Royal Australian Air Force, which is a very good, as Dad says, plane for maritime surveillance, search and survival rescue operations and anti-submarine warfare.
The flares. Yeah. I got you, Dad. Yeah. So these are little holes for flares. Yeah, right. Okay. So they keep flares in there. Interesting. Flares even effective? Are they? Do they work?
Yes, effective.
Very effective. Are they? They're very hot.
This.
Yeah.
In this time effective.
At that time, yeah, when it's in the
time.
yeah, when the rocket is flying, you drop flares. So alright, so they drop flares through these things. Interesting. Oh, that's a radar. Okay, radar. This is a antenna. What about this one? What's this thing?
Photo.
Oh, is it a photo?
Camera. This is air defense rocket. He is looking up. Air defense rocket. And this
Flares.
rockets, flares.
Flares, yeah.
Yes.
So this is still a camera.
This camera. Yes.
Camera for pilots when they see a rocket approaching. So whenever the rocket is fired on this plane, there's a camera there that the pilot can see, so what's going on at his back, and then as the rocket is approaching, they'll be releasing those flares, which will, supposed to protect the plane, and fool the rocket kind of thing. So plane defense, you know what I mean? Plane defense.
Bombing against submarine.
Against submarine.
Against submarine.
So you think this plane is a submarine hunter? So what's this? What's this compartment?
Recognize.
Yeah.
And find
Yeah.
submarine.
Yeah.
And this open, and from this
They drop bombs.
everything,
They drop bombs,
drops
yeah.
bombs.
Okay, interesting. So is this where the bombs are? This is the rockets and bombs inside of here.
Yes.
Ah. Well, you can tell it says, bomb station. It can says bomb station 1. It says another bomb station. So that's where it keeps its bombs and rockets. And then it drops. So Dad reckons this plane is a submarine. He thinks, at the moment, like just his first impression. Yeah, you see, for detection of submarines.
There's also a Lockheed P2 Neptune plane on display as well, which was previously used by the Royal Australian Air Force as a maritime patrol and submarine hunting plane before the Orions came in and took over. Dad straight up was impressed with the size of its radar.
How big is this radar? Massive. So it can detect stuff on a bigger radius.
Maybe maritime.
Neptune, I think it is maritime. I think, yeah, you see, long range Maritime patrol.
Maritime patrol.
Patrol, yeah,
Oh,
aircraft.
that's-
You see.
I see, and я вижу сразу вот так.
Yeah, when you see you straight up can detect, yeah, you know stuff. You know your stuff, Dad. You know your thing, right? You know the Air Force, the aviation and stuff. You've been a bit of a chief of the Air Force back in the days. That's the fuel tank. Okay. So fuel tank is at the edge of the wing.
Long range.
Yeah, longer range. And how many people can this plane fit in? 20 or 30? No, probably not that many. This looks like another compartment. That what is it? Bombs? Is it drop bomb?
No,
undercarriage?
I don't see
The
замки.
No, you don't see the bomb holding
Замки, I
things.
don't see.
Yeah.
So,
So it's not a bomb. It's not a bomb compartment. A navigator. So what does a navigator do? He
Navigator
looks at the ground,
look ground,
Yeah.
look recognize.
reconnaissance,
Look, navigator is this.
tells the pilots,
Destination.
yeah, which way to go.
And two crews.
Yeah.
First pilot and other pilot.
Yeah.
Grumman S2 Tracker was another famous anti-submarine warfare plane which served in the Australian Navy from 1967 to 1974.
It's another really weird
Ah,
shaped
this is,
plane. What is this?
Grumman, this plane for авианосец,
Aircraft carrier.
aircraft carrier,
Yeah.
maybe. I think.
Because is that why it's so small? That's
yes,
why.
it's small.
Yeah.
And she is small and strike. And
Strike engine.
this is
Jet engine.
big radar.
Big radar. What's this on the side? Like what's this lump? Like look at this. This big lump. Is it another radar or something?
No, radar.
Just,
for
Ah, so they can see better. So they can see.
this
out.
is see small.
Yeah.
Yes, what that?
Yeah.
See,
If it's a bit
так.
curvy, then you can actually put your head inside and see what's underneath the plane. Yeah. Okay.
This is air
Cool.
carrier. Air carrier. Yes, well, this.
Ah.
Air.
Hey. Well done. It is the aircraft carrier plane.
This a good plane.
Yeah, okay. So this is like they use for maritime patrol as well.
Maritime patrol, and he has
What is it?
no gun bomb.
Has it got bombs? You think? Maybe
Or torpedo.
torpedoes for
Yeah, I think
Okay.
one or two torpedoes.
Just one or two, just in case, you know, if someone pops up, just drop it. Why not? No worries.
This plane without radar.
Okay. So
This plane.
different variants, different options.
Yes, different.
Different variants. Yeah. Specifications.
This has
Check it out.
Small radar. One a gun. Gun.
Yeah. Okay. So it does have guns.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ah. Danger in the air.
This recognize and strike.
Right.
There was some other dodgy looking plane in terms of aerodynamics.
So this is the plane that the this is the plane that the administration, you know, the reception guy was talking about. He said this is like a very interesting plane. You know, it's like
This
the
aerodynamic interest.
aerodynamics are very interesting of this plane. Yeah, the small wings are in the front, the actual big wings are at the back, and so is the bloody propeller. You know, you got the propeller which is like facing the opposite way actually. I don't know, it's really interesting, really. And then he's got these, and what are they? This is tails, right? It's supposed to be like two tails. Like this is like a tail, and there's like a tail at the tip of the big wing, which is actually at the back, not in the front.
This plane is classic.
Classic plane.
This plane.
Yeah.
Engine.
Yeah.
And wing.
Yeah, yep.
Opposite.
The way it should be. So big wing is in the front, you know, propeller facing that way. The small wings are at the back. Whereas this one is exactly the opposite. The propeller is actually facing the opposite way because the plane's nose is on that side. The big wing is at the back, and the small wings, which are supposed to be at the back, small wings on this plane are in the front. are actually at the front, and then there's two tails which are actually at the back on both sides. They're a really interesting plane.
Then we saw the Lake Buchanan plane as well, American-built plane which lands on water.
That's a water landing plane. Yeah, because you got that thing. That's
It's an air.
air in
Only
there.
air.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Good. Aye.
Is this engine?
That's why.
Engine is on the top.
Is
Top on the top. Yeah. Because it lands on the water.
4 minutes.
I don't know. Not sure. Let's have a look.
Good plane.
Four passengers. There we go. Two there. Yeah, there you go. That's how it lands on the water.
Plane.
Pretty cool plane. Yeah.
Cruising speed 200.
And on top of all these, we also saw a Japanese light utility helicopter as well.
That's the I think it's the first Japanese-produced aircraft we saw here, which is this interesting-looking helicopter built by the Kawasaki company. Kawasaki 47G3B KH4. Interesting. So we're inside the hangar 2 now. There's a few more planes inside of here. So as the reception guy, told us to make sure we look up as well, because there's many planes just hanging off the ceiling. Like for instance, this little half bicycle, half plane looking thing. Yeah, loving it. What else, Dad? What do you reckon? What about these planes? Do you recognize any other planes? The Havilland,
Good plane.
another good plane, reckons Dad. Piper. Ooh, look at this thing. How cool is this little thing? That's a pretty cool little thing.
Gin.
Yeah.
Gin. Grasshopper.
Grasshopper.
Very small.
You know the grasshopper in English? Kuznechik. Grasshopper. Grass, grass?
Grass, yes.
Hop. A kangaroo. Hop, grasshopper.
Inside the hangar too, we straight up noticed the largest plane which Dad used to do skydiving from back in the days apparently. Take a listen.
First skydive
Yeah.
in
1970s? 75.
1974.
74, you did your first skydive. Wow.
Yeah, I dropping.
Yeah.
I dropped.
You jumped off the
Jump.
the plane. Okay.
Plane.
Interesting.
This plane very good plane.
Do you like this plane as well? So what Dad said just then is basically that this is a Douglas plane, American plane. We'll go and check up the exact name, but Americans gifted this plane to the Soviet Union during World War II when they were in birth of fighting Germans. And then the Soviets, they remade this plane, slight modifications, they added to it, and they named it Lee-2. And that became like a Soviet plane. So originally it was the American plane, which the Soviet remade it, turned into Lee-2, which then became a Soviet plane, the equivalent of this plane, which was originally an American plane. So that's what Dad says. And his first ever skydive, first time he parachuted in 1974, was off this is the American version of that plane, but of Lee-2 in Russia, yeah.
In Yeysk city.
In Yeysk, so which is like in Rostov region.
Krasnodar region.
Krasnodar, is it? Rostov, Krasnodar region.
Rostov.
Rostov region,
Rostov
yes, yeah.
region.
So he jumped off this plane, and first time ever his skydive was in 1974
Near Krasnodar region.
near Krasnodar in Rostov, yeah, near the Sea of Azov,
Yes, Azov.
See.
In Azov coast.
yeah.
In Azov
Yeah.
coast.
My dad was right. It's Douglas DC-3.
And the first flight.
That was the first flight,
Yes.
December 1935. Okay, so they flew this plane way before the beginning of the World War II.
Very good plane.
Very good plane.
Classic.
So this is reconnaissance, classic aerodynamics. This is reconnaissance plane, or what is it?
No. This is
For
all works.
airborne
All
troops,
works.
airborne troops, like drop the
Airborne.
yeah
And passengers.
passenger as well.
And,
Okay,
medical.
medical assistance. Yep,
And recognize.
reconnaissance.
And all,
Okay,
work. Very good.
all purpose.
all purpose.
Can it drop bombs as well, or no?
Drop bombs, yes.
Yeah, really. Okay, so it can do everything basically. Look at that, Douglas DC-3. That's how all the planes should be.
Very good.
Multi-role, can do everything. No worries, no issues. All right.
And finally, we saw two more previous generation badass planes, the Salt Mirage and F-86 Sabre.
A-speed, pitot tube, A-speed indicator
But
on Mirage.
this
So I get so supersonic. Basically, this has to be like that shape. The the speed indicator, the
Поэтому здесь
airspeed.
ставятся вот такие кольца, и идет расширение, потом сужение. И здесь возникает фронт ударной волны, и за фронтом ударной волны правильное давление.
Okay, right. Gotcha. So that's like because it's a supersonic plane. That's why they've got a weird shaped A-speed, which is a Mirage. It's an interesting plane, French plane.
Это Мираж.
I think it's Mirage, isn't it? Yeah, it is Mirage. Look, the Salt Mirage.
Мираж 3. Yes.
Yeah.
Mirage 3.
Interesting. It's a pretty cool plane. Some countries still use this in the Air Force. Some countries, Australia, not anymore. Australia finished. Other countries, maybe like Africa, I don't know. Yeah, they still use this plane. Yeah.
This is very old plane.
Yeah.
Very old.
Like Australia doesn't use it anymore.
So-
1957.
Very old.
Yeah.
With Su-7
SU-7,
and MiG-21
MiG-21. Yep.
and Phantom,
Yeah, the F4,
F4,
Yeah.
Phantom,
Phantom.
and other.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is Sabre.
Sabre.
F-86. This Sabre. Gun. This gun. And strike gun.
Yeah.
Super Sabre with MiG 70.
Mm-hmm.
MiG 70. In
MiG-70.
Korea, in Vietnam, in начало.
Beginning. Start.
Start Vietnam War.
Yeah, beginning of the Vietnam War, they use these. So there's a gun thing just there. Obviously, pretty cool plane. I think it is, isn't it?
Sabre.
F-86 Sabre, American.
Very good.
Very good plane, you reckon?
Plane, yes.
So what do you reckon, Dad? What do you think? Good? You loved it?
Yes.
Good experience?
Yes, good.
Yeah.
Good museum.
Refreshing?
Freshing in my remember.
Yeah.
Freshing my remember.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, by the way, check this propeller out. It's a wooden propeller. I mean, so planes actually really use this propeller, right? They use it.
Yes.
So this is not just a souvenir. It's an actual propeller.
These three propellers in temperature, metal or plastic
Yeah,
is
gets bigger.
Pressurized.
Yeah,
and
widens out.
cold weather is
Gets smaller.
small. Three propeller, not.
Really?
Three propeller,
So wooden propeller?
always.
Really?
Yes, that is why this propeller very good. Three propeller.
Yeah, but the problem is if there is a fire.
Yeah, no, yes,
This'll be-
problem for a lot,
Yeah.
but is very good propeller.
Okay.
He very expensive.
Very expensive to make. Yeah, well,
Very
by all means, makes sense. Got to be all,
This is все должно быть пропорционально.
Everything has to
Go.
be, everything needs to be proportional. Yeah, proportionate. Yeah, no, I've never seen wooden propellers. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, no, fire is the only concern. Otherwise, we've got like old style propellers.
But
Yeah.
but only not only museum and airplane. Yes.
There's a airport here, Kalandra Airport. So
Airport here.
yeah,
And
Kalandra Airport.
museum.
The museum is next to the airport. Yeah. So what do you think? Did you like it? Like, did you like it? Was it good?
Like it,
Yeah.
like it.
Very
Like
nice.
museum. Very
Good museum. Yeah.
good museum.
Might come back in the future at some stage, but oof, hungry at the moment. Might go and get some food.
Hungry?
Here we go with Dad now. We're at the
This-
Pelican Waters Tavern. Yeah, Dad, what's up? Dad is telling me the story of the Pelican Waters. He read yesterday on Wikipedia. Is that what he read?
Wikipedia.
He read the story of the
English Wikipedia.
English Wikipedia. He read it in English. The Pelican Waters story. You know, this little place, the southernmost tip of the Sunshine Coast, and how this whole area, this beautiful Pelican Waters area, was actually owned by one family apparently. One man, whatever his name
One
is.
man,
Yeah,
one
one man. We'll find that out for you a bit later. But
Not expensive.
not expensive.
It's, not expensive.
It was cheap. It was cheap at that time, and then he ended up selling this whole place to others. And he must be rich. That's what we're talking about. That family, that man must be rich. Anyway, we're at the Pelican Waters Tavern. Hey, brother, how you going? Where's the kitchen, bro? Is the kitchen there? Kitchen food. The bloody Pelican Waters Tavern, apparently. Oh, sorry for picking my nose. Anyway, the bloody Pelican Waters Tavern, apparently the kitchen shuts by 2:30. So it's 2 and it's bloody 2:34 right now. We're like late by 4 minutes. So the kitchen shut at 2:30. It's 2:34 now. We were late by 4 bloody minutes. I don't know. Dad reckons we should just go around and see what's up. It's nothing special here really. It's just another car park and a bit of a tavern. You know, like there's hundreds of thousands of taverns like that around Australia. So. But Dad reckons there might be a nice little walk out there. We're just gonna go there, see what's up. The Pelican Waters shopping village. So many jetties out here. So here we are, we're at the Pelican Waters, yeah. Coles, yeah. Yeah, that's Coles.
Very nice.
Very nice out here, isn't it? Yeah, pretty nice. Loving it. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice.
Maybe in Colas we pay kebab.
So, Dad reckons we should go to Coles and get a kebab now instead. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, alright, you know. But he thought that because he thought kebabs might be cheaper than having a food somewhere else. But kebabs are still $15. They're $15 kebabs. 15, yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Expensive.
Well, $15, you know, it's like you can get food anywhere for $15, you know, 15,
Yes.
$20. So,
And we pay food for dinner in Colas.
dinner in Coles.
Yes.
You mean as in like you want to buy something?
And breakfast tomorrow
Yeah.
in Colas.
Yeah, we can buy something. Yeah, we can buy our breakfast tomorrow. All right, let's do it. Let's go to Coles then. Here we are now. We're inside Coles.
This is food.
So Coles is there. Woolworths. So there's Woolworths there,
Or Colas.
and then that side's got Coles. And the bottle shop right there, we can get some bees there. The bottle shop. Meat, you can buy some meat there. So we need food for.
We need to take food for dinner and for breakfast tomorrow.
Right, okay, let's do it. Let's get it done. Get a big juice, Dad. Get a big one. The organic juice. Yeah. No, Mildura. So Mildura is a place in Victoria. It's a little country town on the border with New South Wales. So the juice is called Mildura. We're gonna get it. Yep. Eggs and lamb. What about the salmon? Shall we get some salmon? Salmon? You want some salmon?
This ready to eat?
Yeah, it's a smoked salmon, ready to eat.
Ready to eat?
Ready to eat, yeah.
Ready to eat.
Ready to eat, smoked salmon. You want a smaller one? Yeah, get that. That'll do.
Very,
Too small.
Very small.
Too small.
Too small.
No salmon, we decided, so we're gonna get some eggs and lamb. Got the eggs section, Dad, so let's get some eggs. Free range. 6 is enough because we're staying for another 2 more days. I think it's enough. Yeah, we're definitely not going to finish 12, you know, so might as well. 12 is too much because we have only 2 days.
2 days?
Unless you want to take it home, back to Breezy.
10?
Just take 6.
12?
You think 12 is enough?
Yes.
Okay, take 12. 12, okay. It'll be 3 each then every day. That's good mathematics, Dad. Yeah, alright. Well, so I just found something that Dad would have never tried. These things. They call it lychee.
I don't know what is it.
I'm not sure what it is in Uzbek. I don't know Uzbek Russian name, but it's lychee. Maybe we'll try a little bit. We'll take a few home. We'll try, you know. You never tried lychees? Let's do it. We only got a few just to try, otherwise they're a bit expensive. They're normally not that expensive. Tomatoes, for sure. Dad was putting cucumbers and tomatoes into the same bag. I'm like, no, they're different product. Oh, they're the same price, $4.90. I'm like, nah, it doesn't work like that, Dad. Each product goes separately. People at the counter, I don't think they would know mathematics really. I mean, they would, they might, maybe, I don't know, never know. But nah, it doesn't work like that, Dad. So each product goes into a separate bag, even though they're the same price. Funny, man. Get those potatoes, chuck them in the Baghdad. Baghdad, that sounds like Baghdad. Chuck them in the Baghdad. We've got a Turkish bread. Time for some meat, and Dad wants to get some chicken. No worries, I said. So we got the meat sorted, and as soon as we left, I'm like, nah, Dad, can't forget about the olives. Never forget about the olives. Can't forget about bananas, Dad. Can't forget about bananas in pajamas. Chuck it in. Just put it in. Yeah, okay. This is a drink section where all the drinks are. So pick a drink, Dad. Whatever you want. Coke. This is a Coke section.
Classic Coke.
Classic Coke.
Uh-huh.
Pepsi Coke. Middle size. All right. Whack it in, Dad. Whack it in.
Okay.
You want to carry it yourself? Sounds good.
And for you?
For me, I don't know. Yeah, juice. Juice is for me. You see, you've got a juice. Yeah, that's for me. So are we done now? We got everything we need. Dad's got all the juices. And time to go. So the shopping is done, well and truly, done and dusted.
Yeah, now it's good. Now it's good. Dinner and
breakfast, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all sorted.
Drink, yeah.
Drink,
Fruit,
yeah. Oh, we need to go to the bottle shop.
Yeah.
Bottler.
We need to
Get a few beers, eh? Great Northern brother. Original. Always, mate. Always. So we got the beers, we got the food. We're sweet to go. We prefer to go to Woolies, which is like at the back. Coles. We're putting on to
now
Coles.
it's good.
Hairdressing. You want some hairdressing?
Chemist.
Pharmacy at chemist. Yeah, nah. We're no sickie at the moment, so we're good. Okay, doke. Let's go somewhere get some food, I guess. Bit of a postie there. Do you remember where we parked the car?
Nearby from here, Golden Beach.
Golden Beach, yeah. Yeah.
And near from
Maybe we should go to Golden Beach. Actually, the lady in Woolworths, she said that we can go to the service station there somewhere. They make, because all this food that we bought, that's for home, that's for tomorrow, that's for dinner, that's not for now.
Yes.
For now, we can go and get some burgers or chips, some takeaway food
Yes.
at the server,
Here.
which is just down there, I think. So we're gonna do that, and then we can go to the Golden Beach because it's the closest beach to the Pelican Waters. We can go there, eat there, you know, drink, have fun.
Yes, okay.
And tomorrow we're gonna explore the Kalandra, you know, the Karamandi Kalandra. That's for the next 2 days. So today we're just gonna do Pelican Waters, go to the Golden Beach, and yeah, it should be fun. So we're at the Keith Hill Park. That's where we are at the moment with Dad. So we just arrived here. I don't know why. We're at the Pelican Waters Esplanade, I guess. So we just got out of the car and we're just chilling. That's what we're doing. Me and Dad. So Dad, Dad, the ocean ocean is behind these
This island.
like a spit or island, whatever it is. So not ocean, the coral
Ah,
sea.
no, okay.
You can see the mouth, the coral sea, the corals.
Coral sea.
Yeah, the coral sea. That's all. That's it. Yep. Oh, Dad, do you like the barbecues in Australia? The barbecue tables. They're pretty nice. Maybe we should do a barbecue one day.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Next week,
Next week, maybe. Yeah, why not?
maybe
There's a barbecue right there.
Cool.
Yep.
I cook barbecue.
Can you marinate? Marinate.
Yeah, I marinate.
Yeah, you can
my
marinate
barbecue, and
some good meat,
I
yeah.
Go to your work
Yeah.
and
Ah.
yesterday I sitting
Yeah.
near barbecue bench
Mm-hmm.
nearby
Ah.
your work building
Well,
and other
yeah.
another-
I work in the middle of Brisbane, and there's a barbecue outside. But we can go somewhere in the nature, you know, somewhere outside of Brisbane, away from Brisbane. Maybe go to like some forest, bush, somewhere go into the bush, you know, where there's no people, nothing, just sit and chill next to the ocean. Like right here, right now, would have been a really good barbecue on that table, because you see, there's not many people, there's not much stuff going on around. It's pretty peaceful out here. I mean, having a barbecue in the middle of the city, it's a different vibe. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just a different vibe. But I prefer this kind of vibe, you know, in the middle of the nowhere, basically. We checked the weather forecast. You remember this morning? You checked it?
Yes.
So what was it?
This morning I check forecast.
Yeah.
Not rain.
No rain today.
No rain today.
But tomorrow?
Tomorrow rain.
Tomorrow's rain. But today is like cloudy as hell, isn't it? And what about...
Today is cloudy.
Very cloudy. And
Cloudy.
what about Sunday?
Sunday not rain.
No rain. But
no, but cloudy.
so we're on bloody sunny coast, and sunshine. People come to sunny coast to swim, to go on the beach, and you know, if it's raining like this, then it's pointless. You know, there's no point of coming to sunshine coast. You know, so hopefully on Sunday will be a bit warmer. You know, sun. It's sunny, sunshine coast. You know, it looks like a rainy coast. To be honest, it doesn't look like a sunny coast. Look at it. It looks like a cloudy coast.
It's begin on the begin summer.
Beginning of the summer now. Now is early December. Yeah, it's
That
kinda
away
beginning of the
is,
summer.
Feel cold.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the beginning of the summer, but still, you know, it's just unlucky. You know, we should have been here
After
when it's really
two
warm.
or 3 weeks.
Will be warm, really warm. We'll come back. So this time we're southern sunny coast.
Warmer.
Will be warmer. Yeah, we'll come back. We go to Maroochydore, Mooloolaba, the middle of Sunshine Coast next time, and then maybe some other time we go to Noosa, all the way to the north. Yeah. So, but this time tomorrow obviously it's raining. Tomorrow is not gonna swim. Too wet. But maybe on Sunday. We'll see how we go on Sunday. Yeah, hopefully. So yeah, fingers crossed for Sunday. So Dad is wondering. Sorry. Pineapple, you mean? I don't think it's a pineapple. Pineapple is different. Pineapple is very different. This is not a pineapple. So anyway, Daddy's, you know, he's a bit of a chief of the Air Force, but he also likes botan. He's a bit of a botanist, you know. He likes trees. He always asks me what trees are they. You know, he's like, oh, that's a cool looking tree. What is it? So I'm not sure what tree this is, Dad, but this is definitely not a pineapple. It's something different. I mean, probably not a pineapple, I'd say. I can't be 100% sure because I'm not a botanist, but Dad is. He likes botany. So here we are now, we're just driving alongside the Pelican Waters Esplanade to the military jetty. It's a military jetty, Dad. This is a military jetty. I'm not exactly sure why it's called military jetty, but I'll look it up. That is very good with maps, so yeah. So Bribie Island, as I said, yeah, like there, that is the northern tip, or the Bribie Island is right there, the northern tip. And then that thing is just Bribie Island, goes all the way, and it gets wider and bigger all the way to Caboolture, basically, you know. And
Green pond tip.
yeah, that's the green tip, the lush tip. The northern tip is actually sand, yeah, it's all sandy. And I'm not sure why it's called military jetty, because we're here at the moment at the military jetty. But let's it looks like there's a little. Let me read it out for us. Okay, I can't read it out. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's go. There's a little stone there. We'll have a look. And it says maybe it explains why this jetty is called military. Maybe it's got some military history or something. Yeah, you never know. This thing was erected by the RSL, by what it says on the little plaque there. Is apparently this thing was erected in 1991 by the Return Services League. And I'll explain you more about the RSL later. You'll see there's RSLs in all little small country towns in Kingaroy and dedicated.
15 years.
Exactly, yeah. So it's in 1991. This thing was erected. I think that's when they named it as military jetty. I don't know, but it was named military because in 1941 there was a bit of a military stuff going on here, apparently, by the sound of it. So yeah, that's the map of the this beach, and it's upside down because the northern tip of the Bribie Island now looks like the southern tip, and it goes all the way. We just went to the military jetty. Now we're all the way back at the Golden Beach. There's a lot of people out here. Car is there. We're just chilling. Here we go now with Dad at the bloody. Sorry, had to there for a sec. Anyway, here we are now. Me and the big man himself. You know, we're at the Golden Beach. Actually, this is the middle of the Golden Beach. Oi, Dad, you see there is a lighthouse there. The lighthouse. It's a lighthouse right there. It's like, let me put my beer on the bloody. Oh, here we go, and try and zoom in. Here we go. That's a lighthouse right there. Calandra. Is it Calandra Lighthouse? I don't know. Is it Calandra or is it Golden Beach Lighthouse? I'm not sure. Calandra or Golden Beach Lighthouse? It's one of them. That's the northern tip of the Bribie Island right there. And that's kids are swimming. Kids are swimming, loving it, you know, even though it's cold, but they've got, you know, like clothes on them, I guess. There's a little seagull there. So now next to the toilet, just at the background, see in between my head and my dad's head, there's that big tree up there. Dad likes them. He likes trees.
Very.
You like them very much.
I like very much. This.
Excellent. Awesome. Alright, let's see if we can find any more cool looking trees for Dad. That's another thing I noticed about Dad.
This is my summer boat.
No, these are your bloody Uzbeki/Russian boats. We're gonna buy you Australian. We're gonna dress you up in Australian. You're gonna dress up in thongs, hairy legs, bloody shorts. We're gonna dress you up in Australian, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go to the shop and we're gonna buy you shorts.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna buy you thongs.
No shorts.
And you can expose your hairy legs, no worries. Alright, no worries. So if you don't like shorts, you can keep your pants, but we're gonna get you thongs.
Yes.
So, and don't worry about the hairy legs. Alright, so thongs and maybe cap or something like this, you know. It gets hot, very hot. Sun in Australia is very hot. It's very hot sun. Very hot, yeah. Very hot. Anyway, we're off to...
Ibis.
Yeah, those are ibises. They call them a bin chicken in Australia. Bin, you know, like a bin there. See, like there's bin there. So bin chicken because they like to be in the rubbish bin, I guess, look for food. These bloody ibises. Here we are now, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the lighthouse, the one that we've been talking about. It's just an automatic little lighthouse, you know. There's nothing wow special about it, but you know, it's a lighthouse at the end of the day. I guess signaling the boats approaching the northern tip of the Bribie Island or the southern part of the sunny coast. So yeah, now here we are. Oh, the bloody the boat.
Boat. biggest,
They're massive. They're huge there.
massive.
So there must be a like a ladder going on all the way up to the top or something. I don't even know. So we're nearly there now. We had a beautiful day. We had a good day, Dad, did it?
Beautiful,
Nice,
beautiful.
beautiful day. Did you
Uh-huh.
like it? Yeah. Okay.
Cloudy, beautiful day.
Cloudy, beautiful day. So
Windy, cloudy, beautiful day.
windy, cloudy,
Very beautiful.
very beautiful. So windy, cloudy, but very beautiful. Here we go. And we are heading up to we're nearly at the Calandra. Calandra is starting there at the end of the Esplanade. And well, let's go to the bin so I can drop my beer there, you know, my bottle. I can drop it in the rubbish bin, finish and drop. So we're going to Kmart because we had to buy a, what do we buy at the Kmart? You remember we need to buy something?
Yes.
What?
My
Yeah,
shoe.
thongs, bloody thongs. Yeah, we've got to get some
Shoe.
thongs. And,
Summer.
yep. Anyway, we're going to Kmart. Saying that you don't like this, you don't like this little thing. You don't like this.
No. This without this. Okay.
So you want just like slippers, just like no thong, because thongs is Australian thing. But this is all thongs. You see, I'm wearing thongs. You don't want thongs? You sure?
Натирает там.
Really? Alright, let's get you something else then. We'll get you like normal slippers or something. Just normal slippers for him. He doesn't like thongs.
Maybe. No.
Do you like those?
From which?
Yeah, why not? I don't know though. Yeah, why not? Let's get those.
It's, where
See, it's expensive, mate. 18 bucks, mate. Thongs are like 3. No, those are not. Nah, you don't need that. Nah. There's a different. You don't need those now. You need something like this. At least.
It's big.
Too big. Well, we'll get your size. Just pick a style. Which style do you like, and then we'll get you the right size. Yeah, you get like something like that would do. You know, they're like just pure rubber, but they haven't got that annoying little thing in between your, you know, toe and. Yeah, you get those. Is that your size? Give it a. You want to try it? Let's take that off. Is it good size? Too big. A little bit big.
A little.
So you want one size down. Okay.
This size
What size is it? No, it says on this 9.
9.
So you need 8. You need 8. Yeah, try that. That's alright, I think. Isn't it? Is that alright?
Alright.
Yeah, that's alright.
Alright.
Alright. Alright.
Yes.
You happy with those? Alright, let's get those. Let's get the cap. That's it. Excellent. Missed it. So what have you got, Dad? You got... What have you got? Slippers?
There is slippers and
That?
hat.
A hat, a cap. Sweet.
Uh-huh.
We'll get you a shirt and something else next time.
Next time.
Excellent. Let's go and pay where it says please pay here.
Queensland CTS.
Nah, that's so in Australia you can pay
yourself. It's
$3,000 or $4,000 in Australia. You can write anything you want to write.
3.
2 or 3,000, I don't know, like roughly $2,000 or $3,000 in Australia, and you can write anything you want to write on your number plates, CTC. The other day we saw a number plate that said like
Always.
it'll say there always, yeah, 3,000. You can write whatever you want to write.
Other car, pay this number to car, new car. Yes?
Yeah, to a new car. Yeah. So it's like $2,000-3,000. You can write anything you want to write on your number plate. You know, there's number plates that the other day we saw was like a number plate saying prawn or something, or like a rabbit. You know, so like what the hell? This car is rabbit. Well, here we go, Lychee. Go ahead. See how that goes. Yep. Yep, that's the way. No. You're getting there, Dad. Clean the hell out of it. That's it. And I think that should be enough, Dad. Yeah, just clean, Dad. Oh, he's about to clean the whole thing. Yep.
Yes. Все.
So now you just eat it, yep. Just eat the white bit, you don't need the skin. Get rid of the skin. See how that goes? Chew that, and then there should be like one seed inside. There's a seed, yeah, you get rid of it. Exactly. The rest you just eat?
Very, very sweet.
Pretty good, very sweet, isn't it? Yeah, I like lychees. They're my favorite, one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things that I've never tried back home, that I only tried when I moved to Australia. So I'd never had them before, you know, at home.
At home.
Home is Uzbekistan there, you know, but so I moved here, I tried them for the first time here, and I actually like them. I quite like lychees, they're really delicious. They're really delicious little thing. Yeah, have some more. Have more. Yeah, you have. Come on, you have. Yeah, why do I need? Come on, have.
So anyway, that was it for day one of our first trip in Southeast Queensland, which is to Southern Sunshine Coast. There's more coming up with the Southern Sunshine Coast in the next episode. Stay tuned as we're going to go explore more places around Southeast Queensland while Dad is still here on holidays.